Hello YouTube, it's another deck profile for your Chronicles, Force Clan, and with your starting Vanguard, Primordial Dracula Kid, on ride just draw. For my trigger lineup, 4 draw triggers, 8 crit, and 4 heals. For those of you that don't know, just crits are good. And draws and heals are standard. I like it. For the grade 1 lineup, run 3 Steam Fighter Mamine. This allows you to switch through your cards on writing. It's good for setting up your binds and re-strategizing your hand on ride, because you might not have the resources you need. I have 4 Wedge Move Dragon. Only grade 1 with the Vanguard effect. I wouldn't say this is the most ideal ride, because you kind of want this for its hand effect, which is grade fodder, which allows you to ride grade 4 in this deck, which is the specialty. So good card. Don't always want to be riding into it, but it's all up to you. I think with a lot of practice you shouldn't be riding with this, but if you have other grade 3 or grade 4 options, you can ride into it. As a grade 1, if you're going second, if you ride and then you attack, if the attack goes through, you get to bind 1 card from your hand, which allows for early setup of binding your cards to activate your effects of your grade 4s. And lastly, Quickie Worker. I run 4 of them. Really good late game card in the deck. You put a grade 4 to the bottom of the deck, so blast 2 and then draw 1. So it allows you to gain hand power. It puts your grade 4s back inside the deck, so you can reuse effects over and over to again get your grade 4s on the field. And then you get to Soul Blast, so gives you moves. That's 11 grade 1s. For grade 2s, run 4 Lost Break Dragons. This is probably the ideal grade 2 ride of the deck, because it allows you to bind a card from your hand and redraw. Again, it allows you to sift through your hand, make changes to better your hand power, and then it gains 3k, making it a 13k beater, normal for a force deck, so it acts as a pretty strong boss card. I run 3 Steam Mechanic Nabu, really good card. I would say this is up to you. This is a really good card. When it attacks the Vanguard, you get to put it to your soul, bind a card from your drop zone, and you draw a card. So it's a lot of effects. Sometimes hard to get off early game, so I wouldn't say you want to be drawing into it early game. I guess that's why it's at 3, but it's a really good late game card, and it really puts you over the top with all of its effects. And then I run 4 Steam Hunter Lipids. Similar effects to Lost Break. It binds just on entering the field from your hand. You bind a card from your drop zone into the bind zone. And again, this is a 13k beater when you use the effect. So another nice bossing card. Really good for binding cards where Nabu takes a little bit more mechanics. So that's why I think I run 4 of the Lipid over the Nabu. And that is my grade 2 lineup, being 11 more cards. For grade 3s, run 4 Lost Legend, and I'm actually checking 1 Escrewed. I have an Escrewed Dragon because it's just a really good effect. I thought it would be a waste not to at least have it in the deck, having such a good effect. So when it attacks the Vanguard, it doesn't have to hit. All you gotta do is counter blast 1, and you choose another rear guard. Most likely you want to do it on a card that already attacked. So when you bind it, which helps your bind power, you get to put a card lesser grade value on your opponent's side of the field to the bottom of the deck. So it allows them to switch up their field, allowing for more plays, and then you get to draw a card. Really good, I like this card. Lost Legend, that 4 main card of the deck. This allows you, this is the only card that allows you to go to grade 4, so really necessary to have it at 4. Other than that, most of these decks will only run this card because it's so important. I've had situations where I had like 2 of these, 2 Lost Dragons inside my my damage zone, and I was able to actually ride Escrew, which is also why I like it as a tech. But ideally you want to be riding this and probably only this, but I like the Escrew on the side. With Lost Legend you get to Counterblast 2, draw 1 on ride, and as an effect allows you to discard a grade 3 or higher to ride into that grade 4, so good effect for getting to grade 4 and keeping your hand steady after doing the effect. So that's 5 grade 3s, and for grade 4s I run 4 Mystery Flare, probably the bigger boss card of the grade 4s, and 2 Idealized Dragon. Most times you want to be riding into Mystery Flare because its effect. So at 3 binds, you get 1+ drive, so you get triple drive, really strong. Allows you to pressure the opponent really hard with those triggers. You get an extra crit on 7 binds, and then on 13 binds you get a 10k to each card on your field, so good way to boost everything. And then on 19 you get to have an additional turn, but you don't get to ride. Most times you won't be using that last effect, but it's really good if you have full field. And I'd say if you do have the effect, you know, it is good to use, and it really pushes the opponent over the edge. So most times you want to be riding into this, especially with this triple drive. Even the first binding effect, it keeps your hand pretty strong, and it's worth doing. For the Idealize, on 1 bind you get to put 1 card on your opponent's side of the field to the bottom of the deck, but they get to choose it, so that's okay. At 5 binds you get to call the top card of your deck as a superior call to your rear guard, and then at 11 binds you get to put 2 cards from your drop zone to the field, and you get to give 3 of your rear guards 5k. Normally I only do this effect when I have 11, but it's good to also do it on 1 if you feel you can. But I would never do it on 5 or 5 to 10 because you don't get the last effect. It's kind of wasteful. You don't get a lot for it, and you only get a twin drive, so again you're losing cards. But if you're low on resources on your field, I think this is really great to do if you have the 11 binds. And that is my grade 4, guys, and that is it for the deck. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, if you have questions too, feel free to put it below, and you know, we'll help the best way we can to help you guys. Thank you guys for watching.